So guys, this is our setup and plan for New York session, right? You start with GU. I prefer starting with GU, and you can clearly see here on external structure. What's wrong with my network is a little bit slow. Okay, then you can see the market was moving up. Then after we had a change of character to the downside after breaking this last swing low, then you had a continuation to the downside, then you had the shift internal structure. So for external structure, we still shifted bearish, right? After this swing low was disrespected and had our change of character to the downside. So we had our break of structure to the downside, right? Then we had to go to 15 minutes for our internal market structure. Then we had break of structure to the downside. This time is internal structure. Then we had our shift to the upside. That means external structure is bearish and internal structure is bullish. So we need to realign, but still you can take some good trades, and you have our demand zone just here, our order block from 5 minutes, you can see, right? And it's just very simple. We either get this confirmation, then we buy and we target this liquidity up here. That's scenario number one. And scenario number two is also very, very, very simple. If you don't get that confirmation, then you're going to wait for the break, then a retest, then a continuation to the downside. Those are the two scenarios we're just waiting for. If you get buy confirmation, then we buy. If you don't get confirmation, that means this order block is going to be disrespected, then it will push to the downside, then wait for the retest, break and retest to this. It will be now our sell breaker block, then we continue selling. That's it for GU. And then for EU, very, very simple. Yesterday I had a very, very clean trade in the London session, and I'll do a recap about that trade. Then you can see for euro, you have a break to the upside, a break to the upside, then you had a break to the downside, and then a break to the downside, a break to the downside. Now we're only looking for sales because external structure is in a downtrend, bearish, and also internal structure is bearish, so we're looking for sales. Although you can get some buys, but long term it's sells, right? Then you have our change of character to the downside, then you have our break of structure to the upside. Then from here we have our break of structure to the downside, then have another break of structure to the downside. Simple price action, simple market structure. Then you go to 15 minutes for our internal market structure. Then you can clearly see we have our supply zone on this sell order block, and we had a nice sweep. You can see this candle. Then had our confirmation from here, from this candle, but the price came back. Although also we had our confirmation from here. That was our confirmation, 1 minute confirmation. You can see this was the area that that led to price to go back into this supply zone. Then our entry is very simple. My entry is just here on this inverted fair value gap, and then I just have to put here. But this sell limit is valid if you don't have news even 1 hour before New York or London session close. It depends on the pair. Then I'll target the next swing low. Pretty simple, very simple, clean price action. 1 to 4, close to 1 to 5, just 7.5 pips stop loss. Super simple. That's my plan. Then for gold, also super simple price action. We have these marks already in, because you can see our change of character. Then the market shifted down to the into this internal structure, break of structure, break of change of character, break of structure. And then you got our break of structure to the downside. Super price action. And we have our first order sell order block. First one is here. And why? Because of a plenty of liquidity just here. And we have this imbalance around here. But still you can have, no, it's already mitigated. We don't have. It's very simple price action. You just have to be patient, wait for the price to come back here, then continue down. That's scenario number 1 on gold. Or if the price don't go back here, just wait for the break here, then you get our break of structure to the upside, then it comes back here, then you continue selling. Super simple market structure. Then you go to our DJ. Super simple. You can clearly see the market is moving up and you're looking for buys. Super simple. Then you just wait. We just have to wait for those entry key points. You can see we have our break of structure to the upside. We have our swing low, external swing low. Then clearly you can see have this first push to the downside, and that means this is a break of structure to the upside, but it's internal structure. And we have our break of structure to the upside. It is internal structure. Then it's very simple. Scenario number 1, we wait for the price to come back to this order block. You can cover all this. You have this order block just here. Wait for the order block. It comes back here, then takes out this next swing high. We target that next swing high. Super simple. That's scenario number 1. There's scenario number 2. If the price don't come back this side, then it will come back here, break this, then you get our break of structure, then wait for it to come back here, and then continuation. Those are the 2 scenarios according to the price action and the setup. Then UJ, super simple still. We have our, you can see the market was moving down. From here you can see, if you remember my previous setup and plan outlooks, and it's better you watch all those videos, because it will help you to navigate the market. Very easy. Super simple. Then you have a change of character to the downside. Then you have a disliquidation to the downside. And then you have this super simple. And we had this breaker block, because before it was a supply zone, then after being disrespected, then you can see sellers tried to push it, but they didn't have enough liquidity to push the price lower, so buyers took control, right? And then you can see we had this drop, we have this break, then a drop, then a continuation, a break and retest. It was a break and retest continuation. Super simple. Just a break and retest. Just have to learn to mark out those areas, those point of interest, supply zone, demand zone, breaker blocks, buy breaker blocks, sell breaker blocks, order blocks, right? Then you're good to go. You don't need to learn everything. You don't need to have many setups, right? So then this breaker block is already used. It's one time use. Then we have our order block, sell to buy, our last sell to buy, and it's here. Our last sell to buy. This is our order block, and this is our breakout structure to the upside. Now, scenario number one for KG, super simple. If the price comes back to this order block, then you just wait for the confirmation. Then we continue selling. We continue buying. Sorry. Then, if the price comes back to this order block and it gets disrespected, then this becomes our sell breaker block. Then wait for the break and retest. Then we continue selling to the downside. That's it, guys. Peace out.